Hi and welcome to another lesson from esaudio.net. Today we are going to work on the different translations of the word time. As you probably know, the word time is very confusing for Spanish learners simply because it has many different translations. Is it tiempo? Is it hora? Is it vez? Is it momento? Is it época? Well, it's actually all of those words and even more. But in this video we are going to focus on these, which are the most common in most everyday situations. In future videos, we're going to see some idiomatic expressions using the word time or different translations of that word. Let's get started. The word time is translated as tiempo when we are referring to a collection of minutes, hours, days, etc. So in case I say, do you have time to talk? What I'm really asking is, well, do you have a few minutes to talk? Do you have hours? Do you have days? Well, actually, I'm talking about time. Probably in this case, well, minutes. So if I'm talking about a group of minutes, a number of minutes, hours, days, the translation of the word time is tiempo. So in this case, we would say, ¿Tienes tiempo para hablar? We need more time to think. Necesitamos más tiempo para pensar. Time goes by quickly. Again, we can say minutes go by quickly, hours, days. So in this case, we're talking a group of minutes, a group of hours, days, years that go by quickly. So we would say, el tiempo pasa rápido. Now the word time is translated as hora when we are referring to a specific time. For instance, what time is it? ¿Qué hora es? I want to know the time now. This is very specific time. What time is the meeting? ¿A qué hora es la reunión? Again, we are translating it as hora because we are talking about a specific time. And now some quick difference. If I'm talking about the time right now, we say ¿qué hora? ¿Qué hora es? If we are talking about the time of an event or some other time other than the time now, we use ¿a qué hora? Now the word time is also translated as momento or época when we are talking about a certain period of time. For example, at the time, he was just a baby. In those days. Yes, so that's the idea. So when it refers to a certain period of time in the past, we say at the time. So when we are referring to a certain period of time in the past, we translate it as momento or época. En ese momento, era solo un niño. At the time, she was the most popular pop singer. En esa época, or en ese momento, ella era la cantante de pop más popular. Vez. The word time is translated as vez when we are talking about an occasion or an instance. For example, they go to church 3 times a year. Van a la iglesia 3 veces al año. You know that vez is the singular form, like time, but if I want to say times, I need to pluralize it. And if you remember the rules for plurals, when a word finishes in Z, it changes to CES. That's why here it says veces. Van a la iglesia 3 veces, on 3 occasions a year, on 3 instances. That's why we say vez, o veces in this case. He goes to the gym once a week. Well, once doesn't have the word time, but you know that once means one time. So in Spanish, we would say, va al gimnasio una vez, literally one time a week. Una vez por semana. And if this is clear, now it's time to do some practice.